Welcome back to DIY Built. I'm Rob. And if you've spent any time working low to the ground, you know the pain that's coming. So today we're building a rolling stool with a tool tray below, nice padded seat up top that actually comes off and can be used as a knee pad. And I've added a little side accessory for screwdrivers. This thing gets you low enough to the ground to do a lot of the tasks without the pain, without the stress on the knees and the back. Let me show you how easy it was to build. Normally I would probably reach for a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood for a build like this. I just didn't want the exposed edges of plywood showing. The next best thing and the next cheapest thing would be a piece of pine shelving, soft wood but still a solid wood, 16 inches by 96. Now I built the whole build around the size of the seat pad. I got this one on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description below for this exact one. There's no sewing, no upholstery to do, just buy the pad as is. As for the casters, they are a 2-inch, they actually sit 2 3/4 off the base, but they are mark-free casters, so they won't leave marks on your tile, your hardwood. Some 3/4 number 8 screws, and then finally a couple packs of number 6 1.5" screws to bring the whole box together. You can either use brad nails and glue or screws and glue. Either way is fine as long as you're gluing it together. Now before I cross cut any of the pieces, I'm going to rip it down on the table saw to its proper width, which is 11.5 inches, and then cross cut all the pieces. Alright, so after our cross cuts, we got the top and bottom shelf, 2 end pieces, 4 rails. Pretty simple. One thing you'll notice, I did the end panels with the grain running down. I did this for a couple reasons. One, the grains will kind of flow together, and more importantly, the pressure of sitting on it, especially a guy like myself, you want downward pressure on the ends of the grain instead of this way. I'm also going to do a little bit of detail into each end piece for a couple reasons. One, to lighten the load of the whole thing, take a little bit of weight out of here, and secondly, it'll give us a little bit easier access into the lower tool tray. Now to get the right circles out of each end piece, we want to take into account our rails are going to go one here and one there. These are 1.5 inches, so we'll measure down 1.5 inches. And we'll measure into the center. We're 10.5 in height, so we'll go 5 1/4 will be our center mark. And I want to keep some support in the middle, so about 3.5 inches of support in the middle. So our center mark here is 5 1/2 because we are at 11, and here at 5 1/4. So that's our center mark, and I want 3.5 in between. 1 3/4 is 1/2 and 1/2. So we want to be there and there. That will leave us that section in the center. To keep the structure of the bench, we want to keep that as wide as possible. So all I'm going to do here is place my trusty little protractor or compass. What is it, a compass or a protractor? I don't know. And then just draw out our circle. And then just trace out the second end piece. And don't throw out your half circles yet. I'll show you how to use them for an accessory on the side of your bench. Alright, we're almost ready for assembly. Got our 2 sides, we got our rails, and I want to make a couple of modifications on the top and bottom shelves. I just want to soften these corners a bit, so what I'm going to do is just measure 1 inch in either direction. The cushion itself has a rolled edge on all the corners, and plus, who wants to catch their leg on a sharp corner like that, right? To finish off that corner, what I'll do is I'm just going to take a roll of Teflon tape, and that matches pretty good all the way around. And one of the last things we want to do before we assemble is somehow keep our pad from slipping off. Take your top plate, set the pad on top of it, center it where it's got to go, trace out your little handle area. Taking a piece of our scrap that was left over from our shelf that we cut. If you're using pine, you'll see that it's blocked and laminated together. So you want to get into a solid piece and just go ahead and trace that out like that. If you wanted to add an accessory to the side of it before we put it together, you can use these half circles that we cut earlier. All depends on what you want the bench for. I want my screwdrivers handy at all times instead of reaching under the bench for them. So I'm going to use one of these on one side for the most common screwdrivers, Robertson, flat, bigger flat, Phillips, and a smaller Phillips. Those are the ones I use all the time, so I've marked out a grid onto one of the half circles, and I'm just going to drill holes in there, and that'll just mount on the side before we put the rest of the stool together. But if you want it for pliers or maybe drill bits or anything like that, you can use these for whatever on both sides or one side, or don't use them at all. Okay, so I'm just going to mount this screwdriver holder onto the side, just evenly spacing it out. Alright, so the design is pretty straightforward. These are all the pieces cut. What we have is a top and a bottom, 18 long, 11.5 wide. That's based off the foam that we bought on Amazon. We've got two end pieces. They are 10.5 high, 10 3/4 wide. Also added a screwdriver tray on this one. Top and bottom rails, two on the top, two on the bottom. And they are 15 3/4 by 1.5 inches. And now with everything cut, we'll just go ahead and put it together. Super simple. I am making one out of plywood as well that I'll show you. Using glue and brad nails on this one, glue and screws on the plywood one. All right, so once you got your frame put together, you can go ahead and grab the bottom plate. You'll know which one's which because remember we put the handle location to hold the foam on top, so that's the top one. Grab the bottom one, set it there. Align the frame so it's perfect on the bottom plate. Mark out your outer line and that'll indicate where your glue has to go. Put our glue on the inside of that line. You can also put some lines on there to know exactly where to put your brad nails. And if you're going to brad nail your foam block on, make sure you change the size of your brad nails or you'll be blowing through the top end of this thing. 1.25 inch brad nails for this part. And then just take your mat, center it on there, make sure it's centered on the board perfectly, and that way the block will be in the right position. So I decided to stain this one. It's pine, might as well stain it. This is the bottom side. I'm going to leave these lines here just so I have some layout for my casters that go on later. Well, the end grain really turns out nice. And there it is, the work buddy. Pretty easy, simple, comfortable, mobile, rolling stool. One of those DIY projects that just makes your life a little bit easier. I did also build one out of plywood in case you're interested in doing that. And this one I've left natural. I didn't put any stain or any finish on it at all. Still looks really good. I did use screws on this one, as well as glue, but you can see how you can see the edge of the plywood. Not a big deal, it's just a stool, but if you don't want to see any edging, just do it in a solid wood like the pine. And to be completely honest with you, I really hated the stain look. So I went ahead and painted it. I guess you can tell which team I'm on. If you're a build-it-yourself kind of person, I got full plans available, everything you're going to need to make this in your own shop. And if you'd rather skip the sawdust, I've got some CNC knockdown versions you can just assemble and use. Either way, it's the same design I use in my own shop, on my own projects, and in my own house. And if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. Better yet, hit the hype button. It's a new button YouTube has. Gets it out to more people. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next one.